Hey everyone, I'm now preparing for my own locals event. Here I've got these awesome posters, which you're going to see in more detail, which tie privatization to the Drummond Report, public sector jobs, and to CETA, the evil trade agreement that Canada is currently negotiating with the European Union. We're on our way upstairs. See you in a bit. And this is the CETApus. Giant 9-person monster raising awareness about CETA. Today, PSAC 610 has decided to stand up for public services by marching with the CETApus. If you can see right here, the CETApus says CETApus outsources jobs. That's one of the reasons that public and private sector unions should be talking a lot more about CETA. Right now I'm walking with Eileen Whitaker. She's the information chair of Local 610 at Western University. As you can see, we've got a great flag back here that Eileen made. It's got a lot of little fish eating the big corporate fish. Eileen, can you tell me something about CETA and why a trade union thinks it's important to be out supporting CETA awareness?
Well, the thing about CETA is that it's actually truly a comprehensive agreement in that its consequences are really far-reaching. There's kind of two major quick things that I'd bring up right now in terms of its relationship to trade union and labor politics in general. And the first is that, as we saw with what happened with END here in London, when you open up a border to multinational corporate investment and do nothing to protect wage standards and working conditions, that corporation is completely facilitated in a program to basically bust wages down by threatening to remove an operation to another region or country where wages are less. So as we saw here, we lost, in London alone, 500 unionized jobs, 250 non-unionized jobs at the END plant. Approximately 1,200 jobs are presumed to rely on that plant's operation. The net projected loss to this community is going to be about $65 million annually. So that's one example of the way that open door free trade agreements are really, really disastrous at the local level. And the other really, really concerning thing about CETA is that it basically completely erodes the sovereignty of municipalities to make decisions about all kinds of things that go on in their community. The major thing that CETA is doing, I would say, that is important to everyone across the board, is that it places municipal governments under the obligation to abide by trade laws, so that if a municipality is found to be, or if a corporation believes a municipality is impeding in their ability to make a profit, they can actually sue that municipality, and not just with a cease and desist, but with actual financial penalties that municipality, if found guilty under CETA, would have to pay, which would further bankrupt us. So this reaches out across things like environmental regulations, also things like tendering contracts for public services. As we saw with the privatization or attempted privatization of outdoor services in Toronto just recently, what that can mean is that the union is still allowed to bid for the jobs, but if someone else comes in and underbids them, the municipality is required to award, under this new trade agreement, will be required to award that contract to the lower bidder. This sounds like it might be a way to save money, but as international experience has shown, privatization and contracting now generally results in poor quality of services and costs more. This is just a straight up sellout, and it's a sellout for directed towards the capital gains of a very small amount of people. It's bad news for labor all around, and at the end of the day what it does is it completely breaks down our ability to resist the sort of rampant exploitation that is becoming apparent is not seen as a problem by our governmental rulers.
Thank you, Eileen. I hope Stephen Harper is listening to you.